Hey everyone! So if you are on step 3, that means that you have created your animal hybrid collage in Google Classroom, you've drawn it, and now we're ready to do digital color. So I'm really excited for this to happen. This is the first time really doing it with any students, so you're trying out something new. When we're trying out something new, just stay calm and do your best. There might be some things that come up. So you're going to go to slide 6 on our presentation here, and you're going to click Pixlr, this first link here. Once we're in Pixlr, you're going to hit Create New, and you're going to hit the second option. The Create button is over here to the right. Now that we have this grid popping up, go back to our shared Google Classroom slide. You're going to go to your page, so find your slide. It's in alphabetical order by last name. Click on your drawing, hit Control Copy on your keyboard by pressing Control C. Go back to Pixlr, click the grid, and hit Control V. We'll notice that we can make this larger, so using the corners, make this larger. You don't want to use the sides, use the corners. And you can even make it go off the page a little bit to kind of crop out things like your hand. Now what we want to do is we're going to outline everything we drew. So we're going to hit this brush tool, which is underneath the sun. It's on the right-hand side in the middle. Click the brush tool, and we notice right away this is a really big line. We don't want to use that. So we're going to go up to the top. We're going to hit this brush tool here, and we're going to hit 5. You should change the color to whatever you want it to be. I suggest either using black or the color that your object or animal is. So I'm going to switch mine to black by hitting this top color here. Hit the top color, not the bottom. Click the color you want. You're welcome to move this here to choose different colors. Hit OK. And then you can zoom in and start drawing the outline. What's really important is that we are doing it in little bits, because if we make mistakes but we do a lot of work, we can't fix it easily. See how I just went out of the line here? If I do Control Z, it's going to get rid of that last bit. But if I were to draw everything, say I finished it, brought it all the way up here, I started doing this, and then I made a mistake here, if I Control Z that, it gets rid of the whole line. So do it bit by bit. That way, if we make a mistake, we're not undoing a lot of work. So I like to do it kind of at every point. I just do another click. So we're just getting those main points here. And we need to make sure that we're enclosing it. We won't want to leave anything open. And we can ignore the things like textures, like scales right now. We're just getting the outline. Do. Doesn't need to be perfect. You're just doing your best. Make sure it's closed. For the face, I'm going to zoom in a lot. And I am going to get these details because I don't want to redraw them later. Anything that you don't want to redraw, you might have a hard time redrawing. Zoom in, just try and get them now. This is a great time to change the face if you want to make it happy or sad. So if we look here, see how I left this little bit here? Watch what happens if I go to the next step and I don't change that. So if I want that to be green, I'm going to go to my paint bucket, click that, change my color to a green. And if I do that in the body, So you were right before. You're going to see I made a mistake up here. Good thing I can see that now. So let me try that one more time. Going to go to my brush. Going to get that little bit that I left out where I made that mistake. And we're going to just try that one more time. Got my green. Click my bucket. There we go. So that was able to get the whole body the color I wanted. But you noticed before I made a mistake where I left something open. And because I left it open, it just did everything that color. So you always want to close your shapes. And then you can just fill everything in. And after you fill it in, you can play around with getting texture. So if we go back to our brush, say I want to do the scales, you can change the color you want, and then you can change the size and the texture of the brush. So I'm going to hit this to get some scales, and I'm just going to get like quick use. This would be great for fur. This actually does look kind of furry the way I'm doing it. This would be great for scales. We just need to get the tool that we need. Another fun tool is the blender tool. So if I want to get a highlight on this, because this is supposed to be a gummy bear, I can go and I can get my highlights in a different color, say like the top of the legs. And then I can hit this blur tool, and then I can just go in and I can blend it together, okay? Once you get your entire body, once you get everything done, go to the eraser and just erase the background. And then you can choose a background color that you would like. So I didn't do my whole thing here. You can see my final version back in the Google Slides, but I think I taught you enough tricks to kind of get you going, okay? Make sure you're reading the steps and then you're following those directions there. Reach out if you need help. See ya.